Hello, I'm Kate Stichina on InstaForex TV with the fresh Forex news. The Bank of Japan prepares to the struggle. The first in 6 years increase of the assets volume intended for the intervention by 5 billion yen to 245 billion yen is probably necessary for the withholding of the implacable yen up. The yen should not be so strong now. The weak macroeconomic signs of Japan, in which the deflation still threats the economy, point to the fact that the dollar-yen pair should be traded significantly above the rate of 100 and not below the level of 88, as it is now. Such reduction of the pair is not needed for Japan, which strives to advance its competitive ability in comparison with more healthy economies of China and South Korea. The problem is that in this unregulated world, in which the confidence in the recovery of the world economy remains very infirm, and the probability of the default on the sovereign debt of one European country is real, investors still consider the investments in the yen as the most secure. A few things point to the fact that such attitudes will change now. The initial optimism of investors concerning the fact that growth of the economic activity in large economies will be enough for the soon upturn of the interest rates quickly weakened. In this case, it was hard for the Bank of Japan to follow other central banks in the increase of the rates. The worsening of the attitude was caused by the fact that the economic data are less favorable than it was expected. The severe winter in the northern hemisphere worsened the situation even more. Earlier, it was expected that the profitability of the US Treasury bonds will continue to advance against the background of hopes for sooner advance of the interest rates in the USA. However, these expectations weakened recently, and this situation made the dollar less attractive for the investors in comparison with the yen. Besides, the debt problems of Greece do not support the improvement of the situation, despite the fact that the government of this country did not accept the tightening program of the monetary policy, which the participants of the financial markets were expecting. There is no assurance in the further large-scale realization of this program. Moreover, there is no confidence that the acceptance of these measures will be enough in order to assure Germany and France to support Greece. Since the risks of the credit rating decrease maintain and the threat of these problems spreading on other countries does not disappear, investors, as it is expected, will avoid the investments in the risky assets. Meanwhile, the annual funds repatriation of the Japanese investors at the end of the year complicates the situation even more. New weekly data showed that net inflow of assets in the yen was 717.2 billion yen. This strengthened the Japanese currency even more. In this way, the plans of the Bank of Japan signal about the fact that intervention is still possible, and the central bank is prepared in full for the realization of the first intervention to the currency market since 2005, if it is needed, taking into account that the current market conditions will hardly change. It was Forex News provided to you by InstaForex News team. Goodbye.